Ooh, Joe's mad. Is really showing off his namesakes. Jump. Fuck. Well, there's not much you can do about it. Let's see if we can spectate this game real quick. Solo seems to be a game where there are some decent players like this man, knowing that you got to get to mid to get the win. And then there are some loser players like that man, knowing nothing. Knowing that you got to, not knowing that you need to check before you bridge, bro. And building upwards a foolish play unless you're trying to build a big dick, but you're not. Bridging without checking, foolishness leads to death every time. And we've got Vector BW. Best player thus far, though we haven't seen any actual combat yet, so we don't really know. I don't know. He didn't check behind the chest and he's losing, but he's actually okay, and now he's got a flame sword, I bet. So his chances of victory are looking up. Vector BW. I have faith in you at this point. Now, you're just building yourself a big cathedral. With your lack of faith in your ability to go across is so frighteningly sad, it's going to lose you the game at this rate. I mean, if you're going to break wood with your fist to conserve ammo, you may as well just jump. Well, you should have built enough to make the jump first, you dummy. Well, let's go back over to Vector. Ooh, Pink Bear Care's back! What's Pink Bear Care up to this time? Pink Bear Care, one of my favorite names. I mean, I bet Care Bear was taken, or they just weren't allowed to have it, but they really tried for this one. I'm assuming it's a little girl. Well, it probably isn't. It's probably just someone who shares the account with a little girl. Sad, frightening, I know. It means that they don't really have the chance to get good. So you really got to feel bad for it. Now, if they place 2 more blocks, they should be able to make that jump. Ooh, we got 2 team-ups of 2. Purple Bear Care and Pink Bear Care in the same game. Interesting. I hope Pink Bear Care can survive long enough to face off against Purple Care Bear. Am I just dyslexic? Is it Purple Care Bear? Yeah. Purple Care Bear and Pink Bear Care. We've got Vector BW and Spiracles. Honestly, Spiracles, not my favorite. Not a very bright contestant. Not someone to really hope for. They've got the Dream back, so it might be a Dream fan, or it could be someone who's just cooler than Dream that happens to have gotten unlucky. Who knows? Now, Pink Bear Care is really just not doing much. I think they might have been killed, but no, they've elevated to a higher plane of existence for minimal reason. Building yourself a little tunnel of doom like that is no surefire way to win games, and throwing snowballs at each other repeatedly is just wasting the few resources you have since you haven't left your island yet. Now, maybe your chest will refill in time. Ooh, I bet we lost Purple Care Bear. No, Purple Care Bear killed. Ooh, Purple Care Bear could go kill Pink Bear Care. The off-brand ripoff is really going to be frightening. I'm hoping that we can see some shining bright things from this, though I'm sad I missed the loss of Vector VW. We got loot lying around on the ground. Krampus would be mad, but Krampus isn't in this game. Now, you're trying to build upwards while you're being shot at without having a defense behind you. And really, these bow shots from what's his name? Spiracles is just really changing the game. Though Pink Bear Care does realize the importance of throwing snowballs, really I'm fascinated by the ability of Purple Care Bear to win a fight versus Vector and still not know that you need to be aggressive. Though letting them fight each other out and looting yourself up is probably a better choice. Now, I'm not certain where the diamonds in the middle are in this map, but finding them would really improve your chances, allowing you to build a diamond chestplate or finding iron. Checking the star islands might give you a high advantage at this point in the game. Though, I doubt you're willing to do that because the more skilled gamers are looking for a more immediate action, such as the bow spam. Now, I think we just lost Pink Bear Care. No, we lost Spiracles, so we've got Pink Bear Care versus Purple Care Bear. Now, I think I know who the winner's going to be. Not even just based off of a loot standpoint, but the bad strategies of Pink Bear Care and the bad gameplay I've seen in the past really does not inspire confidence. But an underdog story such as this could be interesting, though bridging without paying attention is a surefire way to die, just as we saw Spiracles show off. But I think Purple Care Bear might just be interested in the similar names. though nicks are still possible. Punching, a strange strategy to say the least. Hopefully attempting to knock the sword out of their hands. I have no idea what the strategy was there, Pink Care Bear. Well, Pink Bear Care. You could have won that had you held a sword. I assume it was just a joke at that point. We'll have to see. Similar ranks, though, so who knows? Who knows what's going on? Maybe it was a brother playing versus a sister. Maybe it was two brothers, or maybe it was just happenstance and they both happened to be nicked. Who knows? I know that I finally pulled off the trick I've been trying to do for the past 20 deaths. Now, bridging the middle, but poor bridger, to say the least. Bridging up like that is really a waste of time. But you do seem to be the fastest to middle, and you do seem very intent on building, though I'm not sure what was going on when you were bridging this. We're going to see what you've got. Throwing eggs, but you're missing quite a few, and you seem to be clicking at a decent speed, so your chances of winning in combat are actually quite high. But I don't even know what your name is. It seems to be very, very long. Running to an edge like this and mining the chest, an odd strategy. Doge Hooded Weed. I have no idea what the hell that name is, but I'm hoping you die, because I really would preferably say Demona Brona instead. Demone Bronze. Interesting name. Really just securing yourself this point, though you don't have a great chance of victory in this condition, which is good for me because I really do not... Ooh, you didn't realize you were on your rod, and that really lost you the damage you needed, but you made up for it. But the heals from actually looting middle are really an advantage that you really did not consider, and you needed to stop hitting him with the rod. Not realizing that you were holding a rod instead of a sword was really a setback in that engagement. Now we have Eula really trying to hammer home the advantage, but the advantage just wasn't enough. Going back in for another duel, they really don't have the confidence that inspires me to believe they can win. But, you know, they do have the steadfast persistence of the average man, so I do believe that they stand a chance. Though, the chances of winning this game are actually quite small, since we've got players who know the strategy of jumping off before you pearl, because pearling before you jump off is a foolish move. Ooh, Ewa is really not happy, thinking these block placements are really hampering their gameplay. Yes, placing blocks doesn't mean you're good, but it is a good strategy to ensure that you can't be hit. Hypixel really does not like it when you place blocks and will glitch out everyone. Diamond Bronze is really realizing how to be the better of the engagement, is now my favorite, and I bet the people's favorite for victory. Because of the rage of Iwia, it is really just an inconsiderate move, and they are obviously blind, because Diamond Bros was just telling them they knew they weren't good, and so their humbleness has really assured a decent chance at victory. And they're just going to stand here and force Iwa to stay on this island and really hamper their ability to progress in the game. Iwa is really just raging at the fact that they couldn't win a duel they had no right of winning in the first place. Now, Diamond Bronze is really just going to go loot middle because that's the best strategy they have at this point. And Iwia is really just going to try and do what they can with what they've got. Now, their rage is really going to set them off because for most players, the rage gives them a bit of a shaky hand and an irrational mind. And an irrational mind does not help in such a rational game as this. I hope Iwa understands that before they try and go and get an engagement, because they're already at such a disadvantage, and crossing the bridge multiple times is such a foolish option. For someone who believes that their opponent is not good, they must believe that they are also not good, to not even attempt to start an engagement, to run away each time. You believe you are more skilled, or at least put on a facade that you are, but you put in none of the effort to show it. A true skilled player would be going out and taking mid, but you're so unconfident in your ability that you must dog shit on everyone else. But the real truth of it is that even if you're better than the other players now, you will not maintain this lead, because you're opinions and your view on everyone else is just so sad. You believe you're so good that you're going to bridge upwards so that you can make the jump faster. But you had to place 3, 6, 9 blocks when you could have instead placed 4 and made it across easily. And 3 if you were a good gamer. But your insistence on everyone else being bad and you being the good one while everyone else is bad really just shows the rage within. And your inability to win due to your constant desire to show off your lack of skill to everyone, because really it's just luck that's moving against you, isn't it? Now, Diamond Bronze might be a decent player, who knows, but they're showing of understanding they aren't that good at the game, that there are people out there that would hand their world to them, that would really show their loss, really just hampers home their humility and ability to see that they aren't the best. Though it could just be a bad day on Iwia's part, it really does not give you a high chance for success. Though, to their credit, they do understand that though they can't get to mid due to this advantage of building, they do know that they can loot up diamonds and iron from the islands, which gives them a good advantage in that regard. Now they're going to go for it now that they have a semi-decent amount of loot. They believe that they've got this win in the bag, and maybe they do. Iwia, really sad player, really sad to see. I wish they weren't the winner, but nothing you can do. People like that often cause joy in others, such as Diamond's Bronze, because it really allows them to see just the facade that people put up to try and live with themselves. Now, this is a decent map because any good player like this one will know, well, you don't necessarily need to be good, but you don't even need to place blocks to get to mid. How many players realize this? I'd say roughly half. We've got 4, 5, 6 players in the mid. This shows that 6 players probably understand you don't need to place blocks. Maybe not quite as many. We've got a lot of people building out even though you don't need to. Really a waste of time. People can beat a mid very quickly in this map, which should make it a quick game, but we'll just have to see. We got one duel with a winner, so Go Ferric has realized the strategy of the double hit, hitting someone 2 times when you should have only been able to hit them once. This gives them a good advantage. Ooh, their click speed is really an advantage, but the amount of armor that Fried Land had and the timing just gave them the win in that engagement. But let's see if they can win against other players who mix up the skills. Now, this is a completely possible jump, and they take their opportunity, but the Flame Sword is really just going to sell the victory over the Fried Lord. Man, a decent player. Lucky that they got that far, but decent skills all the same. Half of all the players in that lobby were killed by that man. In fact, a little over half. But that's all for today. We'll see what spectating does for us the next time. Oh. You dick. Hey. Cow person. Why? I mean, you don't stop me, but you definitely could. Slowly weed out the winners by... That's an idea.